in the length and breadth of Rivers State. So if our general election can be such a way that we do not record loss of lives, we do not record property, I think that is the way to go forward.
He added that some political parties have ensured inclusivity in their choice of candidates, particularly in Obiakpo and Eche local government areas, to reflect the aspirations of the people.
What is striking to me, like I said, is that for the first time in the 25 years or 26 years of our experiment on democracy, this is the first time that an Akpoman is being elected to the office of the chairman of Obiakpo local government area. If you ask me, that is epoch making. It is historical. It is landmark.
But not everyone is happy with the outcome. The spokesperson of the Action Democratic Congress in Rivers State, Luckyman Igila, claimed Saturday's local government election was simply a way for FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to reclaim his political structure. He made the comment in an interview with our correspondent, Biruwari.
No election in Rivers State. It's a selection process. We have seen that the FCT Minister for Structure has gotten back his structure through the back door. It is evident everywhere that people did not come out to vote because Rivers people do not know who is at the helm of affairs in Rivers State. It's not an election. Elections were conducted manually where people would just pick up the booklets and thumbprint serially and put it inside.
The ADC spokesman also said the conduct of the election has given his party more grounds to push its case in court.
We are in court. We are challenging the process. We thank them. They've just given us fresh evidences that we are going to use to crush them in court. The ADC is in court, challenging process in its entirety. Coming days, these matters will be heard. So the court is the last hope of the common man, even though we don't trust the judiciary system these days. We believe that they are going to purge themselves and for once do the right thing.
And the convener of the Rivers Emancipation Movement, Zoe Tamanotoye, argued on an election managed selection process with a predetermined outcome.
The process was neither democratic nor credible. Research activities failed every test of transparency, fairness, and accountability. No credible voter turnout was recorded. No stage managed, and only pre-arranged winners were announced without any details of vote cast, scores of other political parties, or the competitive breakdown that defines a genuine election.
Adding to the criticism, the chairman of the Civil Liberty Organization in Rivers State, Sonny Dada, says the local government election is a warning sign of what could happen in the 2027 general elections. In an interview with our correspondent Martha Okere, Dada insists the process did not reflect true democracy. He also warned that the way the exercise was conducted could set a dangerous precedent for the future of democracy in the country. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, we will tell you more about why doctors are planning to go on strike. Stay with us.
To thrive in a fast-changing world.
Tune in to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Keep your dial locked for sustainable development.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's leave the political actors now as we begin to set agenda for the local government administrations. You're welcome back now. Commercial drivers are calling on the new chairman in Port Harcourt and Obiakpo to tackle touting and illegal ticketing, which they say is crippling their work. The chairman of the Commercial Drivers Welfare Association in Rivers State, Christopher Ezani, says drivers are often bullied for refusing to buy multiple tickets from tout.
We want the newly elected Obiakpo and Port Harcourt City Local Government Chairman to put a total stop on the harassment, bullying, exploitation, stealing of drivers' belongings, and the unlawful seizures of vehicles operating along Aba Road, Rumokoro, Maiwan, Ikwere Road, and its environs by some touts that is parading themselves as task force or revenue agents to the councils.
He added that their vehicles are constantly damaged or seized by hoodlums claiming to work for the councils. Away from that, the Nigeria Association of Resident Doctors has issued a 10-day ultimatum to the federal government and relevant agencies to meet its welfare demands. The doctors warned that if the federal government fails to meet its demands its members would embark on a nationwide strike. In a communique signed by NARD President Dr. Tope Osundara, General Secretary Dr. Oluwasola Odumbaku, and Publicity and Social Secretary Dr. Omoha Amobi, they said the decision followed the outcome of its extraordinary National Executive Council meeting held virtually on Sunday. Let's talk security as we move to national stories now. The federal government has hinted that it may seek the repatriation of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria following his 6-year jail sentence in Finland for terrorism-related offenses. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the Nigerian government will assess the situation and take decisions in the best interest of the country. Also, the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, in a statement said further steps would be taken once the judgment has been officially reviewed. The Pajat Hame District Court in Finland on Monday sentenced the Nigerian-born Finnish to 6 years in prison for terrorism-related crimes and other offenses. Now, the federal government has admitted that several Nigerian diplomatic and consular missions abroad are facing financial and operational challenges. It said the challenges range from unpaid staff salaries to mounting debt owed to landlords and service providers. The spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Kimiebi Ebienfa, said the difficulties have hindered the smooth running of embassies and consulates in different countries. The ministry linked the current financial strain to Nigeria's domestic economic realities, noting that missions are not immune from the challenges facing government institutions at home. It, however, assured that intervention measures are already in motion. And now we go straight to business. The Rivers State Sole Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Eba, says the ongoing verification of biometrics exercise at the local government level is meant to help the new chairman in planning. He gave this indication at Monday's swearing-in ceremony of the 23 newly elected local government chairmen.
This important project is meant to help you as you resume to know exactly the human resources available to you in each of your local government councils. Some local governments have been completed, while others are scheduled to be completed by 4th of September. I kindly request that you offer all your necessary support for the completion of this exercise. It is an important source of data that will help your planning and service delivery efforts.
In entertainment, a former holder of the Guinness World Record for marathon cooking, Hilda Bassi, says she will be cooking 250 bags of rice to set a new world record for the biggest jollof pot. And in sports, Manchester City have signed goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma from Paris Saint-Germain after selling Ederson to Fenerbahce.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
Rescuers are using helicopters to search for survivors in the ruins of remote villages in eastern Afghanistan after a powerful earthquake killed 800 people and injured 1,800 others. Many are feared trapped under the rubble of their homes after the magnitude 6.0 earthquake struck on Sunday near the country's border with Pakistan. Authorities searched by air for the second day on Tuesday as roads blocked with debris and the mountainous terrain in the affected areas made land travel difficult. The Taliban government has appealed for international help. The United Nations has released emergency funds, while the UK has pledged £1 million in aid.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, that's the news package for this afternoon, but here are the headlines once again. You heard that the Rivers Administrator has charged the newly elected council chairman to be transparent and accountable. We also brought you the report that mixed reactions are still trailing Saturday's local government election. We reported that the federal government has hinted that it may move for the repatriation of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. And also you heard that resident doctors said they will go on strike if after 10 days the federal government fails to meet their welfare needs. On the foreign scene, we reported that rescuers in Afghanistan earthquake are now searching for survivors in remote villages. The news was edited by Onyeka Chimosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.